Who wins in a fight between Iron Man and Blue Beetle? Well, I'll give you the practical answer, then I'll give you the truth. Practically speaking, the answer to this question is the same as that to ones like who wins in a fight between the Hulk and the Thing, or Nightwing and Batman, or Iron Man and Captain America. And that is that whoever the writer of the book or movie or TV series featuring the fight in a given instance wants to win, under the circumstances, will win. And if there were ever to be a major DC Marvel crossover wherein Iron Man and Blue Beetle fought, Iron Man would probably be the winner, though it might be portrayed as a relatively hard-fought battle and one that Iron Man only won due to his superior intelligence and greater willingness to unalive opponents. Blue Beetle is a popular character in DC Comics and its associated media, but Iron Man is more popular due to his advantage of being probably the most prominent MCU character, as well as a headlining member of the Avengers, arguably the premier all-star superhero team in Marvel Comics, which have been vastly outselling DC Comics recently. Plus, there'd be just enough believable narrative ambiguity in a fight between Iron Man and Blue Beetle, with Blue Beetles being stronger, faster, more versatile, and more powerful, but with a pilot who's much less intelligent and much less willing to go all out than Iron Man, that the writers could get away with giving Iron Man the nod. So if Disney Marvel ever did allow this sort of crossover event wherein Iron Man and Blue Beetle fought, the writers would probably get their orders from high above that Iron Man needs to be the winner for the sake of protecting Marvel's brand, but that perhaps the fight can be allowed to be a very close call. Truthfully speaking, the answer to this question is basically the opposite. Any deficiency in intelligence or resolve by the pilot of the Blue Beetle armor is more than covered by the super advanced and super lethal AI that's part of the armor itself. Blue Beetle is not as physically strong as Iron Man, but his peak speed is much faster, surpassing that of light itself, besides which his armor was created to destroy entire worlds and allows him to adapt to every combat situation. Iron Man's suit, meanwhile, is not that super advanced, and Iron Man generally needs time to study his more powerful enemies, carefully plan in advance for them, and usually build suits or other technology capable of defeating them by exploiting their weaknesses. So assuming Iron Man survived that long, he might end up winning the 20th fight with Blue Beetle, but any realistic first fight between them would probably have Iron Man hold his own for a while and possibly gain a temporary advantage due to Blue Beetle's pilot's unwillingness to deploy lethal force, but would ultimately end with Iron Man deader than the MCU is without him. So you see what I mean when I say